Let's see, are we here yet? Hey.
Yeah.
Ah. There. All right, so today we're going to be unboxing this new Amscope microscope that I got here. I was decided to get another one of these so that I could make a third desk. So I have my Quick here, and now I have, because I upgraded myself to the Quick, I now have this Weller spare. So I figured all I need to do at this point is get myself a microscope, and I have a third station, which would make sense. So first thing I got to do is get this Omano thing off of my desk. Let's start by selling this Omano a GTFO. Lenovo is the best. Lenovo was the best. Man, dude, that retro is such a joke. It makes me sad that the retro is as much of a joke as I imagined it to be. Because there were a couple of times on stream, and fuck if I remember going back which streams they were, where people asked what I thought of the retro, and I said they're probably going to release one model that's going to suck and not satisfy anybody and be the worst of it all. But I'll give them a chance. And it sucked. It sucked big time. What a pile. Hello from Montana. Hello. The Netherlands present. Hello, Netherlands. All right, might as well clean my desk before I get started. A little bit of alcohol. Paul just started his stream. Wait, now I feel bad. Sorry, Paul. Might as well get some cleaning. I have a DJI battery there. Junk. I have a quarter. I'll keep the quarter. Let's make some nice... I have a lens cover for my Sony that doesn't fit anymore for this NEX EA50. Some wire cutters. Hello, Paul. Also, Paul Daniel started streaming. That's Paul S. here. So, Paul, I got another microscope, so we're set for the new station. You excited? Show us the instruction manual in box. Who reads instruction manuals? Man, I haven't read an instruction manual in my life. Here, let's take a look. Let's get this nice clean surface over here. I've been feeling a little ashamed lately at how disgusting my desk is in contrast to Paul, the new guy here, whose desk is always clean all the time. You looked at the new Google laptop. I haven't seen it. The release show is really Apple-like. Well, the presentations they've been having look a little Apple-like. So here, this is the instructions for the microscope over here. Who reads manuals for a microscope, really? Maintenance. Pfft. The proper way to put it together, I'm sure we'll figure that out on our own. Bloody. Yeah. Who reads a manual? Customer information sheet. So you got this. I'm sending my Mac to you. You're the only one I trust. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. Nostalgia in tech is just a way to make shitty products that appeal to people with good income. Yep, and you gotta have good income to get that retro. Fucking 1,900 bucks for a dual core. Alright, so let's take all this shit out the box. I got the articulating one for myself. I know I used to say that I didn't like the fact that the articulating one moves around because it makes the camera less steady for people watching. But what I figured out, no offense, is I just don't care. It's so inconvenient to have this thing that I have to constantly unscrew to move around that I don't really care if the image that I produce winds up making you seasick. Alright, so please tell me they just sent me the stand with this. Oh, that would be so silly if they sent the stand in a separate box that didn't show up today. Love your videos, says Jason Barney. Thank you. Your desk looks 10 times better than mine. Amscope, tell me. I gotta double check up front and see if I got the stand. Oh, that would suck so bad if I didn't get the stand today. What do you think of the 2017 MacBook Air? Is there a 2017 MacBook Air? I thought there was like the 12-inch MacBook. They have the 12-inch MacBook, and then they have the Touch Bar MacBook Pro and the non-Touch Bar MacBook Pro, but I didn't know there was a 2017 MacBook Air. What's the camera you're using? It's an NEX EA50. All right. So this here is going to be the thingy that moves up and down. So this thingy holds the microscope, and this is how you focus it by moving it up and down. And this is going to go on a stand, which I pray actually showed up in this box. So that's part one. Okay. Now there's going to be some more shit in here because it's still heavy. So still heavy means don't throw away. What are the dimensions of the styrofoam? I don't. That's no idea. Have you seen the new Xiaomi laptop? Have not. Why are you using a screwdriver as a box cutter? Because I don't know where my box cutter is, and it's always faster to just use something in front of me. It's why my keys are so blunted. What's in this box? In this box, it looks like we've got the microscope itself. So this is what the microscope looks like. See? Nice little microscope. That's the smell of new Chinese microscope. Now, when you first take this thing out, it's not going to have the eyepieces installed. This has the trinocular port for the camera, and this is a simulfocal model, which means not only can you see through here at the same time that you can see through here, but you can see through both eyes and this at the same time. And it doesn't look like shit, which is something that the Mantis still hasn't mastered. So I gave Mantis a challenge. I mean, the Vision Engineering folks a while ago saying I would essentially pay double for their microscope. Everybody says I'm cheap. Everybody likes to say I'm cheap. Not a lot of people like to actually live up to the challenges, but as you know, everybody says I'm cheap. I said I will pay you double if you make a microscope with an acceptable camera. And their microscope's already like $3,000 or $4,000. Crickets. Yeah, so fuck Vision Engineering. Fuck Vision Engineering. Fuck their Mantis. They had their chance. I would have promoted that thing too. I would have promoted the hell out of that thing. Okay, here we go. This thing and this is gonna be. Oh, dear God, that's heavy. Oh man, I'm out of shape. All right, so this is our articulating stand. So I probably should put this thing together first, but I like to do things ass backwards. And again, that's kind of one of the side effects of not reading instructions. This is gonna be a big improvement over that Omano stand. Yes, anything is an improvement over the Omano stand. All right, so let's start by putting this together, and let's just do this as ass backwards as we can now. So let me take this shit off face focus. Sniffing it was one of the first things I did when I got mine at home. This is why Paul and I are going to get along, because we both do the same silly things. Let's turn our light up over here so everybody can see. Beautiful. So you should be able to have a nice view now. All right, so first thing I got to do is take these out, but I want to get the minimal amount of dust in there. So I got my air filter on. I've had this thing on all day. Have you not been going to the gym? Missing. What's the difference with the old one? Well, the old one is made by Omano, which is a company that I will never promote, but mainly the stand. So the stand with the old one, it doesn't, like, it's not, you can't, like, move the thing around, like, you know, here, 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 here. So let me just give you an example with the other microscope on the other table as to what makes this different. So this is my other table here, and if you take a look-see, when you want to move the microscope at this table, at Paul's table, look at that, look at that. This is, you don't have to unscrew shit, you don't have, and it doesn't fall over, it's just, it's nice. And on this piece of, which granted, I mean, I got what I paid for, this stand is much cheaper. I didn't really know much about it at the time. But this stand that I had before, you know, you have to unscrew these little things anytime you want to move it. And it also likes to tip over because it's a single arm boom stand. And the tipping over thing is something that just gets annoying after a while. All right, so, wait, I didn't move the camera back. So let's go back to here. All right, so we're going to take our oculars. This got here, what's the cost on this thing? Let's see, what did I pay total? I think it was somewhere around like 800 or 9 with shipping. The biggest cost is the stand and the LED light, in addition, not just the microscope. All right, so I got this one ocular here, so I'm going to take my ocular, eye part out, obviously. Now I am going to unscrew. There are these little screw holes over here. I'm just going to unscrew this, pop this out, and immediately pop my ocular in. And now screw that in. And of course, this is going to focus on my multimeter instead of focusing on what I wanted to focus on. Ah, well, what do you got? Let's see. Yeah, then we're going to go over here to this. Oh, shit. Didn't take it out of the here yet. This piece. Why not install the head inside your laminar flow? What? I don't really use that much. The thing about the laminar flow cabinet is we use it for data recovery, which we only use when people want to pay for data recovery, and yeah. About consumers paying for lab level data recovery. Alright, so tie this in there. Bam. Bam. So this. Now this is going to come off later. I might as well put the stand together. So let's just go ahead and continue doing this ass backwards installation. Let me put together the stand, and let's try to not drop the microscope too. Alright. So let's move all this other shit out of the way for a minute. I think this is the ring light. Plastic, plastic, empty box, styrofoam, styro shit. Alright. This should be my stand. Someone says Amazon link goes to Lenovo P50. What? That can't be true. I'm a professional. I would never do something like that. Unless I did do something like that. Which, yeah, I totally did. Oh, well. It won't be until after the stream's done that you can see a link to the microscope. Sorry. Yeah, you can't change it in the middle of a stream. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Yeah. Amscope SM745NTP. Alright, so. Alright, so this comes in a dual box. That's pretty nice. So you got a box, and inside that box, there's another box, which I'm opening with the ass end of a set of tweezers since I forgot my box cutter. So this comes with installation instructions. Like we're reading any of this. Alright, maybe we'll have to read some of it. How intuitive is this? Alright, so inside the box, that is inside the box, we have yet another box! Jesus, that's a lot of fucking boxes. So we have this little styrofoam box now. I'm going to put on my chair. Tweezer, screwdriver, what else is he going to use to open boxes? Am I secretly trying to sell more P50 than the retro? Anything is better than the retro, really. Just fuck the retro. Okay, we have a very heavy base here. I understand why this is double. That sounds like I dropped something important. Ah, well. It's probably not that important if it's on the floor. Yoink! Whoops. Zoink. Put that back up here. Alright. Drop my solder spool. This is going to be great. I'm going to have a third station by tomorrow. If you really want retro, go on eBay and get an old ThinkPad, says Hi and Twitch. I agree. Alright, so let's see. Is this intuitive enough that even an idiot like me can figure it out without the manual? cutting tape with a set of tweezers. I'm a bad man. All right. This looks like it's going to require a brain. Okay, so this looks like the articulating arm. It comes with all the little things to tighten it. Got my first Amscope, an 861DW. Thanks to your videos, fixed my first video connector on an ASUS Chromebook. Well, good job, dude. Lewis, did you realize that by calling Michael a dude, you just assumed his, oh, just file, you know where to file. Just file a complaint with the ADL. For fuck's sake. Jeez. Oh, okay, where do we, so, how does this go on here? No, wrong size for hole. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some thinking. I'm going to have to read a manual for this one. All right. Is this a new microscope? Yes. Okay, so I'm guessing that this screws into here based on what it looks like. And if my kindergarten skills at putting the triangle block into the triangle hole, square into the square hole, and the circle into the circular hole have done me right, this is correct. Okay. Seems like that part I got. Now what do I do with this one? You got the articulating arm WTF. Yes, I did, Jessa. See, Jessa has an articulating arm for her stand. Jessa's microscopes use articulating arms. And Jessa always likes to maintain a competitive advantage by having things other people don't. For example, it took 3 years of her online presence before she admitted that the coil was the cause of no backlight on the iPhones. You can never trust that Jessa Jones. So I figured out a while ago that the secret of her data recovery was that she used the microscope with an articulating stand. So I got one with an articulating stand as well. Okay, I may cry uncle and use the manual. How the fuck do I put this together? Okay, so let's see. Paul? Lewis, why won't rice fix my parents' marriage, but alcohol will? That is a... Yeah, they should have realized before they married each other that they married for things other than shared values. There's not really much you can do about it now. All right, so... This. All right, so let's see. This has got to be for something, I'm sure. All right, so let's take a look. Let's do this together. You and me. You and me, bro. All right, so what do we do? So this goes like this, right? Okay, so like this. So I'm supposed to see on the left side a thingy and in the front a thingy. So left side a thingy and front a thingy. There we go. So that looks like this now. And that's supposed to go on this shit here. And this thing, the locator, that's a thingy that has a thingy coming out the side, which is this shit over here. Let's just turn this over. Okay. And we put this down there. We're going to have the secret of iPad Rehab's data recovery processes down right here, bro. Right here. Ain't Jessa ever going to be able to compete again. Okay, this shit I think goes in here. Okay, that sounded like what I should have there. Okay, so this shit moves around here. Now, is there any way... Now, okay, here we go. Now I know what these other things were for. See, it came with these. Remember these? Okay, so this is going to go over here as a tightener, I think. Or this one. Maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of. Maybe no. Maybe yes. Let's see. What does this piece of crap manual say? Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay, don't fall on my head. Don't fall on my head. Does this go in here? You would die in the 7th layer of an iPhone 6s, digging out a short internal to the board and mapping every trace. Yeah, that doesn't sound like something that I would want to do. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So now when you put that screw in, it's locked, and when I loosen it, it rotates. So we always want our screws to rotate. There we go. Not too much rotating, though. Just the right amount of rotating. Okay, there we go. Now we got one more over here. So this is probably going to go somewhere important, but I don't know where it goes. So I got a loose screw. I don't need this one though, do I? Now what's up with this thing over here? I think this is supposed to be able to go like This doesn't really bend. Oh, this is a shitty articulating stand. Let's see. Does it need some priming? I think maybe it just needs some priming. It's like a water pump. This is what my grandma probably did in San Benedetto as a little girl in order to get water out of the well or something. Here. So see this one? This one moves up and down a lot easier. This lever. But this lever has also been pumped more times than Miley Cyrus. So this thing is, yeah. This one hasn't had as many uses, so yeah, you got it. Damn, this is a good tricep exercise right here. Good tricep exercise right here. All right, so let me put a microscope on that. So I think I'm almost ready to put this where it belongs. That has weight on it, Lou. Yeah. Okay, so I got this. That's going to go over here. See? Okay, so this is tight, right? This is tightened. Now, if you want to loosen it, when it's loose, it hits against this. That's kind of lame, but oh well, what are you going to do? All right, so this is going to go here. Or does it go this way? Actually, what way does this go? Internet. Let's see. If I put this in over here, then I can put this screw in over here, and it all sits well, right? See that? And then I can tighten this lever, and it works. But if I put it in the other way, which seems to make sense because gravity means... I feel weird letting this pin hold everything together. I could put it in maybe like this. Ah, maybe like this. This is the way it goes in. Okay. Yeah, like this, maybe. Here we go. Or this way. I think this way. All right. This sounds like it makes some more sense. So now we've got this. But this seems like it takes up a lot of space. I don't know. This seems unnecessarily long. But that's not something Miley Cyrus has ever said. Fuck yeah, microscope. Bro. Perfect. All right, now we got to unscrew this little thingy over here so that this fits in. Now, oh, bro, this is good. The only thing not good about this is how easily it'll hit the $950 4K monitor I have in front of me. Yeah, I could totally see this destroying the screen. One wrong move and psh. No, man. All right, yeah, this stand is kind of. Oh. So let me tighten this a little more. Are you gonna? So when I move this, it's Miley Cyrusing me. God damn it. Okay, I don't want you to go down on me. I just want it to move on a vertical plane. Piece of shit. You fucking piece. There we go. All right. So when I push down here, this is the problem. So this lever over here, this thingy, appears to be weaker even when tightened than this thingy requires pressure. So if you want to move this around, you're always, I gotta tighten this a lot. Let's see. Perfect. I think that's hard enough. Okay, I think this is acceptable. Now we just got to get the ring light. Where did I put the light? Shit. Zoink. Here, ring light. Ah, here. I'm hoping this light is a little yellowish. I don't like the red one. I mean the blue one. The Amano, the one thing I'll hand it to, the Microscope.com one has a very yellowish light, which is a lot easier to look at, a nice warmer color. Let's see what this one's got. So this has one of this is proving to be very, I think this may be a yellower one. This looks very similar to the light I had before. It's got that USB connector. Plug this in. Okay, so we got to undo this. So now on the bottom of the microscope, under here, unscrew this. So this is where you can screw in things like a Barlow lens. A Barlow lens is going to give you a greater viewing area, and it's also going to allow you to look at it with a greater viewing from higher up, give you more working distance. The downside of the Barlow lens, if you were to install one, is that the image quality, in my opinion, goes down a little. What is a good sales book to read? I would say Start With No by Jim Camp. It's by far my favorite sales book. Because you're not just going to use it in sales, you're going to use it in every aspect of life. And it's not one of those bullshit books with just, this really foofy motivational crap that you can't really apply to everything. It's a book with it tells you, like, no, do this. And you do it. And it just makes life easier. Start With No by Jim Camp. It's actually worth reading. It's actually worth paying for instead of pirating. That's the highest recommendation I could give a piece of modern media. I wonder if the camera will fit. That's a good question. The hardest part of this is finding a mount, because most of the time the manufacturers don't even know what's supposed to fit, and their websites are god-awful. I'll say that about Amano and Microscope.com both. They have no fucking clue how to set it up so it's easy for a user to figure out what camera mount to buy with the camera if they buy anything other than the standard default shitty USB camera that comes with it. All right, let's put this thing on there. Is Jason still in a USB port for that car tracker? Huh, he's far away. I'll ask him when he comes back. All right, so we have our light. I'm going to have to get some adhesive. I'm going to mount the light somewhere over here. Or just wait for Paul to come up with an elegant solution tomorrow, because Paul usually takes my terrible solutions and turns them into elegant ones. That's his thing. Taking my idiocy and making it make sense. All right. Okay, I gotta plug this in. I have to go under my desk. Time to go under my desk. I don't want to. What if I don't want to go under my desk? Oh well, I suppose I don't have a say in the matter. Where is my old light plugged in? Who the fuck knows? Wow, what a mess. What a fucking mess. You might have to take the prism out of your old microscope and fit it in the new one. Prism? What you mean the prism? I'm not taking that out. Okay, I'm just gonna guess that this is the plug that I'm looking to take out. I'm just gonna guess. And hey, lucky guess. Old light. Bam. Taken care of. All right. Plug this one in. This light is... Oh, it's fucking blue. Oh, well. Can't get everything you want in life, right? Well, better than nothing. All right, so let's put the... What? Huh? You want to fix a board? How dare you? Yeah. If you can get past the obstacle course... I'm gonna have a third desk in a day or two.
They made of cardboard boxes and...
Made of cardboard boxes and foam. Hopefully it'll hold a new microscope. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty... I like this. This is sexy. So this is gonna go with the old light. I gotta figure out how to fit the camera into this thing. We can rebulb it, says Paul. See, Paul has a solution for everything. Do the people that you know and work with have a solution for everything? Probably not. But they're probably not Paul. They're probably not Paul. How is he able to read these? 2013 vision, baby. All right, so this is really smooth. This is a smooth mover. Look at that. Ooh. Jess's microscope's got nothing on this. All right, now I gotta find a place to put this in the desk so it makes sense. Okay, now to figure out what the fuck to do with the microscope mount. I mean, not with the microscope, with the camera mount back here. So they got this shit covering it. Now they gave me this. This is the mic, and this is the bullshit one actually. They said that I may have to use tape to keep it from spinning. Still better than Mantis. Still better than Mantis. But yeah, I may have to use. That's the one thing that Microscope.com's old mount has on this piece of shit. So this is gonna screw on my camera and go into here, but that goes in there after this thing. All right, so this goes in here, I believe. Hello. Ah, there's a screw that I have to loosen. This comes with the Allen thingy of the wrong size. Great. All right. What is that? A T8, a T10? Let's see. Does a T8 work? No. So I have to put this in here. And there's a screw that I have to loosen to get that in there. And this thing does come with this, but this is not the right size. Do you have one of these screwdrivers over there? Like the multi one?
Oh, no.
Fuck. Boo. Let's see. Is it in the box? Did I not notice it? Paul. Okay. Is it here? No. Not here. Not here. Really, Amscope? Really? All right, let's find it. See. All right. Let's see if I got the screwdriver that's correct. This is T15. Maybe T15 will do it. Here we go, T15. Thank you so much, Amscope, for including that in the box. I really appreciate really appreciate it. All right, here we go. T15 does it. This is my favorite looking screwdriver. All right, so this goes in here. And this is open, so I wonder how much dust is getting in here right now. So then this goes in there on top of it. And this is this thing I hate. This is like the... So in order to adjust the focus, it's this funny... Hey, actually, they stopped it. Check this out. Whoa. Okay, Amscope did something cool that Microscope.com did a few years ago. Look, they have the rubber stopper that keeps it from... Is that a rubber stopper? Or did I just shove something? It has a rubber piece, so it may not move around as much. Damn. Okay. Hopefully. Now I got to screw my camera onto this thing. All right, so let's take this. Screw this on here. Yeah, this spins. This is lull. All right. This is going to wind up getting taped. Okay, that's my camera. All right, so it's in there, and you look at this. Beep. There's no way to secure the mount. That is so fucking lame. So lame. So on my other one, there's a little thing that you can screw to secure it. Oh well. I can't complain too much. This is really cheap. I mean, for those who don't understand, this is this is genuinely cheap enough that I really shouldn't have any right to complain. I'm just complaining because I'm a douchebag. Put this over here in case I need it. This is just wrapping. All right, so let's get some microscoping done with this. See if it all works, and then get myself a burrito and get out of here. So, like. Instructions. Who needs instructions? Whoa. All right. Okay, let's get this thing focused. So obviously that's terribly out of focus. You can't see shit. But if I do this. Okay, so I gotta get this so it's focused evenly in each ocular. Okay, so that my right ocular is focused. Let's see, is my left one? Okay, let's see what some boards look like under this. This hole in the floor is killing me. Whoops, my microscope is upside down. Damn, this shakes a lot. Yeah, so I'm moving it down and it looks like it's moving up. That's a dead giveaway that I have this camera backwards.
Hey, so how come you like the articulating one now?
Huh?
How come you like the articulating one now?
I just got sick and tired of having to, every time I want to move it, having to unscrew shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But your articulating stand, I think, is better than this one.
I think I just kind of like, remember these were pretty shit in class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, Jessa sucked.
Yeah. Seems to be hit and miss still.
There's no quality control with any of this stuff. Just without. I'm definitely gonna have to tape this in order for this to work. Yeah, so like, you see when this thing over here moves around, spins constantly, but this looks pretty nice. I don't know. I think this is a sexy image. It probably looks just like shit to you because it's a YouTube stream at 6 megabit. Honestly, I'll live with some of the shaking. I'll live with some of this shaking in order to be able to move it around the way I like. And when I'm done with what I'm doing, I can just do this now. Oh, that's so amazing. I don't have to like unscrew it and then go jerk it to the left. Yeah, I kind of like this. Amscope articulating stand. I think this is going to be meh. Yeah. All right, I got to put something over here to stabilize it. How about this? Can I put you? Will you fit over here, right? Well, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to. Probably some uses to break it in. Set everything up the way I want. Okay. What's the stuff you keep putting on boards? That is flux. I got links to it below. Flux helps solder flow. I wish there was a way to loosen that. This is the one thing that's kind of sucks about this one. So on the Amano one, you can kind of loosen the up and down mechanism. Here, let's see if I can show you. All right, so on this one, the moving up and down thing is kind of too tight. So this joint, like this and this. Yeah, so this one over here and the other joint over here on the Amscope articulating stand. This here is a little bit too tight. This one over here, you can adjust the tightness of the joint with a lever over here. So if I want it to be really loose, you know, if I want that Miley Cyrus action, I can unscrew this, and or I can just do this if I want it to be tighter. See, now it's harder. It takes more effort to move it up and down. I got to push a little more. So this has an adjuster over there. I'll give Amano credit where credit is due. Their articulating stand seems better than this one, and I think they actually cost around the same amount of money. Yeah, this one. Maybe it'll become looser with time. Maybe not. Who knows? Check for a tension screw at the ends of the arm. We have this. I think maybe this is a tension screw. It doesn't look like something. Oh, you have to adjust it with. Okay, so that makes sense. That's what this is for. Really? Seriously? Okay, so you get this. I think this is for. Maybe this is adjusting tension. Is that what this shit does? Who the fuck knows? Maybe. Maybe this does it. You know the main part of the instructions you didn't read? That's maintenance. Maintenance, you know. Clean it at the end of the day. Let's see, what would I do with this? Rotate the base 90 degrees. What would that do? Get the instructions out of the trash. Good idea. Perhaps we'll read these. Huh. All right. Connector, pole, lock screw. Okay, so theirs is a lever over here. You see this? Actually, you can't see that at all. So see this? See this lever? I don't get a fucking lever. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, there is a lever. Oh, dude, I'm dumb. Holy shit. Oh, man, that was dumb. Lol. All right, the lever is actually right here on the other side. Right here. All right, so this is the lever. Let's see. How much... Yeah, that's totally fixes everything. I'm a fucking idiot. Wow, I'm dumb. Oh, that is stupid. That was dumb. All right, now I see it. Sorry, Amscope. This is actually really a nice stand. Throw the instructions, please. Okay, now I can throw them away. Yeah, get them. I gotta say, articulating stand. Man, I'm liking this. Hello to T. Let's see. Oh, this is so much better. This is beautiful. This thing spinning is going to annoy the shit out of me. I have to glue. So this thing up here, look at this. Like you're moving it around. So this for me is perfectly centered, and of course for you it's at an angle. Actually, this is interesting. Everything is at an odd angle. Let's see. This turned all the way upside down again. There's no lock screw to keep the camera from rotating. No, that's something I know already. I confirmed that with Amscope before I bought this. All right, so check it out. Put an O-ring around the adapter that will rude the spinning of the camera. I don't have an O-ring, but I do have tape. Solder the camera to the scope. That's an option. Ask Paul Daniels for a link to the adapter. Well, the adapter is somewhere out there in the world, whereas the tape is right here in front of me now. The solution that works is the solution that's right in front of you. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah. Do keep in mind this is anti-static tape because we care about ESD safety. Okay, so this is in focus for me. Make it in focus for the camera. I think I have to move it up there. That's a lot of shaking, man. I think this camera mount is a little shittier than my old one. It's like you're never really in focus throughout the entire range, you know? It could just be me. Maybe it's placebo. What do you think? Maybe I just can't tell because it shakes so much. Let's turn the light down a little, because that's blinding me. That seems good. Some Mike Lazan says, "Yep, looks like Jess's stream now." When was the last time you used a Vio? What is your opinion? Sony laptops are shit. I wouldn't buy it. They're not the worst. It's just the amount of money that you spend versus what you get. You know, you're getting, in their regular values, you're getting Acer quality for Apple prices. And then when you go into their really high end, it's kind of like they're trying to pretend to innovate with all the shit that nobody wants. Remember those machines where they had this little, they had a physical switch for speed versus stamina, and or the Z series, it's just, which was a complete mess in terms of maintenance and breaking down all the time very easily. And ugh, no thank you, no Sony. I think they gave up making laptops recently. Could be wrong. Sometime about a year, maybe 2 years ago, they gave up. Sony used to be a real company. Sometimes it could be the adapter itself causing the sensor to not be perfectly perpendicular. Interesting, Paul. I wonder if that's the case for mine. I always thought Sony was the Apple of the PC world. No, they're not the Apple, because essentially you would have to innovate in some way, shape, or form to be Apple. Apple, Sony's kind of, with the laptops, they're kind of like all the bad things Apple is without being any of the good things Apple is. If you want a wider view, yes, I know. Ask Paul for the link. Paul is here. He knows. How much is salary tax in New York? Way too much. All right. This is about set. So, yep, that is my Amscope, my new Amscope microscope and new articulating stand with the ring light. That is the unboxing. That is it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. There were some videos I wanted to do for my apartment, but I can't do because the mini HDMI on my camera died, so they're going to be audio only. So that's it for a while. I'll see you next time.